the very good R&B. I would. It's not an attempt. This was he got it.
This was a bang.
He got it.
It was
bang
a bang
on. He got it, and I love the way he started it. I think that quiet beginning just kind of leads up to the rest of the waist whining that goes on in the song.
Okay.
You understand?
8:24 a.m.
I'm not giving them Gina when you're feeling. But it's a good song. I'm really happy.
All right, excellent. We have messages coming through. Chris, waiting be that guy named Smooth R&B something. Kollydee, I believe is who you were talking about initially. But to be fair, that could also apply to Sheva at the moment.
Yes.
James from Marine Beach says, please tell us he's a Nigerian singer based in the US. Niger-born singer, voice and auto-tune no go sound like this.
Oh my gosh, that's not true.
Believe more in your brothers. Believe.
Oye says the guy voice sweet, perfect for dancing blues. Interesting. Akobi says, good morning. Please, who sang that song? Do Not Let Me Go or something. Do Not Let Me Go or something.
Addicted is the name of the song by Kollydee.
So it sounds like Rick David.
It's a mishmash.
James from Kelly says, guys, didn't get the R&B doctor guy's name. Kollydee.
Kollydee.
But the song is smooth. We get talented people for Nigeria. Beg. Imagine a doctor sounding like this. And Myst. How can't you like R&B? What? Shout out to James. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big R&B fan either, so I'm right there with you. It's all right. And then Cruz is back to say, yeah, who select this morning playlist in this kind of cold weather? Yeah. Baba James, Zara has gone to school, have you? So no disturbance.
Yes, on radio.
Oh, breakfast 91, Lagos.
And OJ from Banana Island says, please, can we have a list of these songs so we can get them online? Go to the hashtag Grapevine981. You will see the songs. We've tweeted the links. We've tweeted the video links.
Yeah.
Get it. Support your own.
Well, Lagos since yesterday, by the way, so.
And we've got Yomi from Yaba saying, hi, Folu. Sheva came through with that tune. FYI, Sheva is a lawyer.
Imagine.
Let me contact some people, please. We have to go on a
professional people.
A break. He's my colleague.
He's your brother.
Yeah, let me holla. Just need to see what's up. Just very quick. We'll be back. It's a Grapevine on Smooth 98.1.
And you're listening to the Smooth Breakfast with Folu Storms.
But really, this song this morning,
I see we planned for the rain to
I'm
fall.
telling you, it's like the rain just said, okay, so let's just help you show up this morning.
It really is.
Cause traffic and cause baby.
No, it's dope.
It's a Thursday morning. Then the baby's being born. I've been on to businessmen and women. Office people, they road inside
All
traffic.
over the place.
These people are currently swearing in the traffic. God damn it!
Like, you guys, is it fair? Is it fair? Yeah, that always cracks me up.
But I'm not like an R&B person.
It makes me fall asleep after a while.
The minute it gets to a
its-
certain point, I'm like, okay, next song, please.
Have you ever been on your way?
Because you cannot predict an R&B song where it's gonna go from the beginning.
Yeah.
And you begin to ask yourself, what am I looking for?
And I think that's why The Weeknd is actually such a good singer.
Just really hits you.
It's because he does do R&B, doesn't he? But where he takes it to usually is a bit different.
Sad, a little exhausted, or just worn out. On
I
those
see it.
days when everything has been so hard, the next thing to go on hits you hard. Even if it's just a tiny thing, you just want to scream, no, I can't anymore. I just can't.
I can't.
In that moment, you lose your thunder and you feel like it's the end. You can't push further. It happens to even the
This
best
one
of
is
us.
just
The
plenty.
thing is, if we give up all those times, what
This
would have
Ukeje
stolen?
one is kind of hard.
Always work,
Which one?
but we keep
The
pushing.
first one, the second one after
Focus on the
Wizkid.
bits that come
Okay,
through.
let's see.
And to appreciate what it is we
Because
have,
it didn't occur to me at first.
maybe
And then I'm like,
go
wait,
somewhere
hold
for
on.
some
I never even knew
motivation.
you were that.
Get
Yo!
yourselves out, peace
Bestos!
out, a new
She
Yeah,
was
it's
his best
OC.
man now.
Yeah, she was the best man at his wedding. But Lala gets.
That moment when you
Let me
swipe
just
your
respect
Yeah.
myself.
Is it in town? You know, is it in the country?
No, it's not, but that doesn't count because there's internet. And more often than not, when you can't be there for somebody, you want to make it, this is your best friend, it's a public thing. My babe, my nigga just married and I gotta.
But you have to.
If he didn't, there's usually.
It's not clear that
You
we
check
knew that
his-
this was happening.
I don't even think he did. I honestly don't think he did. I don't think there's a way he would have known and he would
We wouldn't
have.
have been there.
Instagram handle, like, maybe did he put up like something?
Nothing. 5 days it was his last post, apparently.
Ask your bank for a Verve card. It will come in handy every
OCD
day.
great as well.
Visit
He may be going through some things, or you
Even
just didn't
if,
know.
you know,
the reliable
that's
awesomeness a
friendship
Verve
for
card
you.
offers.
She should
That's
know.
sounds life. That's life.
That's like that.
Yeah. Studio. Your Love Music, Love Life station. And we're back inside the Grapevine, brought to you by Verve on Smooth 98.1. All right, delving into this week's entertainment gist. Let's start off with this story about Wizzy Boy. Wizzy Boy has announced a new project to be named after his third son, Zion. On Sunday, he thrilled fans, they say, with the announcement that this new project is underway, and it will come up after his December concert made in Lagos. And he says next project, Zion, ready to go. Now, other things that have happened since then, and I'm not sure if this is what triggered it, but the mother of his first son, Oluwanishola, has been posting this morning and has posted excerpts of conversations that herself and Wizkid have had over the years, basically indicating and showing via conversation that Wizkid has largely almost refused to be a part of his son's life, and not for lack of trying on her part, not for lack of begging, not for lack of saying, listen, your son just wants to talk to you, be there for him, be a good father. And we are now seeing, and Wizkid has 3 children. This is his 3rd child. We know that he has another child in the US, and again, someone he doesn't ever really talk about, doesn't claim. You know, there've been a lot of back and forth in the press about it. But this child is very much in the press papers. I mean, guys, what are your thoughts on this story so far? Because we could literally spend the whole show talking about it. But what are your thoughts?
One thing, and one thing only, is something I've said several times. If you have issues with the mother of your child, it's your responsibility to make sure that that does not affect your child or your relationship with your child. And I feel like obviously there's a lot of stuff between the both of them, addressed or not, resolved or not, and it's probably coloring his relationship with his first son. Now that is painful only because that child has nothing to do with it, and obviously is now suffering for it. And this is a child that is becoming aware. He's 7, I think.
Yes, he is.
And you know, he's gonna be able to pick up on stuff a lot more and a lot quicker now. So I just feel like this is damaging, and they need to do something. He particularly needs to do something about it, because they are the father figure, and this is a boy you've got, and he's going to need your hand in his upbringing. So he shouldn't be failing there. No matter where you succeed in life, your legacy is forever in your children, and you don't want to fail there. That's how I feel.
Okay, I mean, I think Tife came at a time when Wizzy was, you know, probably just hitting that stardom, you know, that mark, which is not even. And I'm just feeling it's not an excuse in any way, but I just feel like maybe he wasn't expecting it, you know. But all I keep saying to everybody, any responsible adult who's old enough to have a girlfriend or sleep with the other, is, if you don't want this type of situation, use protection. Okay, it happens, and then you feel like, oh, why did it happen? And then you want to be angry at the girl for, you know, getting pregnant and having this baby, and then you now want to take out all of this into that, because I feel like that's the space now. Wizzy, I feel like now he looks at a girl and like, okay, I want you, and goes, you know. So he's coming from that space of where he has power to get any girl he probably wants, in quotes, and then this is when you're just learning, and then, oh, I like this girl, and then she gets pregnant. Oh, you're pregnant, you know. So I feel like he needs to, and then somebody needs to talk to him. I don't think that his parents have any say. You know, he talks about his mom and everything. I don't think they have a say in his life. You really need to chill. You need to calm down.
Just
really.
be responsible.
Because look, we've seen the likes of Tubaba, who, regardless of whatever people have said about him, Two-Face has been very responsible. Even with the first baby mama, who's now married to another person, Two-Face is still responsible for his kids. You know, so you really need to listen to other people, because you can't know it all. I mean, how old is Wizkid? Because if you guys, you need to go to Shola's Instagram and see the
Those
series from
conversations.
years of conversation.
Years.
And you just come to
Years.
see that. I mean, Wizkid has not been a responsible father at all. I mean, I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I'm just saying that it's what it is. You just go there and it goes beyond. I can imagine that they don't even have. She can't even call to say, okay, let's talk.
No,
open
he
phone.
regularly,
Let's
if you look
meet.
through the conversation, he regularly blocks her.
Yeah.
And because he gets irritated that she's demanding of him. And the demands are always,
For
you
the
haven't sent
child.
the consent letter yet for your
You know?
child to be able to get a visa to travel. You haven't, talked to Tifa. He's been asking about you. And I'll be very honest with you, it's not really possible for me to comment and not feel very strongly about this because I know both the mother and the child.
Yeah.
And it is just appalling behavior.
7 years is a
You
long
can be a
time.
terrible husband or a terrible boyfriend. That's your prerogative. You should really not be a terrible father.
Yeah.
You are responsible. Own that responsibility.
Yeah.
It's an equal, great power comes with equal amounts of responsibility. So, I mean, I say 7 years. 7 years.
I also feel, you see, when you look at Wiz's page every now and then, you see where he puts up maybe Zion or any of the other kids. I feel like he's doing it just to spite
Spite
the other one. And it's not fair.
That'll be
It's not
foolhardy.
fair. Well, let's
Well,
keep it
yes,
moving.
ma'am.
Speaking of where love may have gone a bit sour, Lala Akindoju got married very recently. Congratulations, Lala. So Kemi Lala, who is a bit of a sweetheart of Nollywood, got married to Chef Freggs, who's a sweetheart of the culinary world.
telling
And
you.
big congratulations to them both. They looked absolutely, gorgeous. They looked so happy. And you can just see the support that will be there in that union. And we pray that it goes on supportingly and lovingly always. However, one person that was noticeably missing, even though Lala did keep it very quiet for a long time because I did secretly hear about it and I had to keep my mouth shut. But I was like, it's okay if you won't tell me, girl. I'm not. I'll take it personal. And because I think it's fine. What you want to do with your wedding day is yours. But a noticeable absence from that was Ukeje. Was Lala's best friend for very, very many years, as far as we understood it. And we know this because Lala was OC's best man at his wedding. The best man, all right? That was his right-hand guy. OC was not present at Lala's wedding. There are rumors that maybe he didn't even know that it was happening. He didn't know they were dating. They seem to have grown apart since OC got married. Guys, your comments, because we know when people get married, sometimes friendships grow a little bit apart.
Well, I think it's very hard to say what's going on here. Like you mentioned earlier, Folu, anything could be going on in his own personal life that is making him a bit more absent. But, I mean, if you're going to be someone's best man, then we assume that there is a depth to that friendship, that even the wife that was being married on the day you were the best man
Cannot affect.
cannot necessarily stop. She kind of gets it. And I feel like it's unfair to, paint, because they tend to paint the wife as the one that separates such friendships between a man and a woman. But if she understands that they're just friends and they're really just really close, she tends to buddy up with that friend. So I don't really know if that's what happened here, that maybe because he married and the wife doesn't really condone blah, blah, blah. And I know the girl, we went to school together. I don't see her that way as in Ibuku.
Who, Lala or the wife?
No, the wife.
Okay, what's his
Even
wife?
Lala, we went to school together. I don't think, I think what's happened is they
That
were
kind of
going
triangle?
to...
You all went to school
It's
together?
not a triangle,
It's not a
James.
triangle. We're in different sets.
It's a line.
But
But the same school.
I was in the same set as Ibuku.
You all know each other.
Yeah. So it's a cutesy thing, boo. But the
Yeah.
thing is, at the end of the day, I think they just grew apart because of distance. He's more often than not in Canada. She's more often than not here, and stuff like that.
But the story came on this page is because he did not even post on Instagram.
I-
Okay, let's look
No,
at it
let's
from this
address
angle
that.
as well. Who knows if Ukeje had called her, they've spoken, and then they didn't necessarily put all of that information on social media, But it's also it's just interesting that when Ukeje was getting married, everybody, Dola was just noticeably there in terms of how she was dressed and then their relationship has been more or less public, not
Yeah.
public like public, but at least people knew
Yeah,
that
you
they were
can see it.
besties.
Yes.
But you cannot deny the fact that sometimes, when you're dating, everybody's calm. Then when we just marry, just tell you, listen, OC, don't try me.
But again, let's also know that you never know what's going on in OC's
You
life
never
privately.
know.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when things like this happen, maybe there's a family emergency, maybe there are issues. He could be dealing, just because people don't live out their lives on public pages.
Yes.
We only show highlights. So if there isn't a highlight, perhaps that tells you that there is something
There
more
is
serious going on in the background, and it may have absolutely nothing to do with Lala.
Which is why I think that maybe OC had called, they've spoken, all
Yeah,
of
it's
these things
possible
that
they've
we
had
are
it
here,
publicly.
like the media, they just say, no, you were not there. But
Absolutely. I have to say that I think they're both fantastic people, and I really sincerely doubt that there's any real acrimony between the two, and that they would let play out in such a manner.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that they're both more grown than that.
That's a good movie, by the way, Acrimony. But talking about this, because I feel like, first of all this investigative journalism that we're trying to do into their lives, the only question in my mind is, why do women feel threatened by female friends of their?
Where did that
Because
go
we have
to? Who said
seen
women
others.
feel threatened?
No,
by
because
them?
let's even say we
No.
do. The truth
Why
is,
did that come up? That's what I'm trying to
I don't know,
understand.
it's
Because you've insinuated
It's
that
a
that's what that is.
No, it's a personal concern. Okay, let's move away from the service. Stay with it a little bit. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's a personal concern.
No,
darling.
Why?
Val, that's why I said they went to school together. They knew
Forget the
themselves in
school,
school.
James.
No,
You know
like,
what I'm saying.
I
How many
know-
of the female friends are you still in touch with after you got married?
A couple.
All right, we have to take a break. We've got this message from Asai who says, please stop speculating about Lala and OC, not Ohi's relationship if you don't know the facts. Do not speculate.
Yes.
Osai, but that's sort of a little bit what entertainment journalism is. We talk about things and we analyze and we comment and we say perhaps. And we've said that they're both lovely people. It's not anything personal.
Yeah.
It's just what made it into the press for this morning. We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll carry on speculating about famous people. But we appreciate you listening along and understanding that everything we say you take with a pinch of salt. It is entertainment, gist, gossip, and rumors inside the Grapevine, brought to you by Verve on Smooth 98.1.
I said, he's like, you guys are the ones destroying
She did
the
not say that we should
world.
stop speculating about Justin
that's
Bieber
what we do.
and Rihanna.
Yeah.
Do we know them? Do I know Rihanna?
These ones, we see them every day.
We can speculate. That's the whole point of the review of the gist of the day. Like, maybe this happened.
Don't take it
and
personal.
maybe-
I'm personal friends with Lala and Osi. Personal. Lala did not tell me she was marrying. I'll tell you how I
that's
found
true.
out.
Do you know, I found out
Lala
on
and I,
that
we
day.
lived in the same house for weeks.
Let me
together.
let me
personal
I
tell
didn't
friends
know
with
she was
Chef.
marrying.
Chef Rex, let me tell you
Everyone
what.
should calm down.
The other one is so funny because I was with someone who said we were leaving the house when all this broke the net, and he was like, Falake. He said, Falake,
Did you hear?
did you see those pictures this morning? I'm like, yeah, bro, I did. He goes, I am mad happy for her.
What happened?
What in
What? I guess people can do whatever they want with
Yeah,
their wedding. That was the,
I thought they were pre-wedding.
studio? Absolute hilarity going on our YouTube right now. Go check out the behind the scenes. Welcome back inside the Grapevine on Smooth Breakfast with Valentine.
And with Folu?
We also have the voices of Myst.
Hi.
And James Silas
Yeah.
joining us, yes. And we've got your voices joining in as well via your messages. So we'll see if we can get into a few of those. So I need to say, who is Wizzy Boy? What is fans? Wizkid, Starboy.
I hope you heard.
Okay. James from Marine Beach says, these are babes we beg to date or marry, but they will want already made. Then when it happened, them go to disturb us for social media.
Nah.
Who is that we're referring to? What's that?
It's talking about Wizkid.
Oh, Shala. All right. No. They were both children. They both met when they were very young, about 20. She was less than 20. She turned 20 after she had her baby. So think about it. Cruz says, somebody is just planting seeds up and down, even internationally. And we say Nigeria exports on our Greek no strong. Hashtag on a lighter note, Cruz. I don't know how to deal with that this morning. It's more than I expected.
That's much.
More than I expected.
Savagery on the Grapevine.
Well,
Biggie from Ketu has a message on WhatsApp. Biggie says, that's the problem of baby mama syndrome. He will be overwhelmed by daddy DTs. He has responsibilities to all the kids. Ask of daddy and TMX. You can go around and donate your seed. You must be responsible.
Excuse me, uncle. All overwhelmed. One child, 7. Yet the first child is 7 years old.
Yes.
He has 3 children. You are not overwhelmed by your fans. You want to build school for everywhere in Africa.
In Africa, thank you.
You know KSA? Sonia Day.
Thank you.
How many of the baby mamas have come have come to Twitter and tell us
to
that
press.
there's a problem?
Thank you.
Okay. Chosan sends in a message clearly. Sends in a message saying, please, I'm at work. Why are you guys giving me goosebumps? Now I cannot focus after listening to all those songs. Chosan says, what if OC had some family issues? That's why he couldn't attend. Chosan, that's exactly what we said.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we said. Yemisi says, it's very sad to think about all these issues that single mothers go through. It cannot be easy at all. Someone needs to start calling this man named Wizkid aside and talk some sense into his head. It is so unfair. Wizkid is obviously angry that he's being quote unquote trapped into being a dad, but that is nobody's business. What he's doing is bad, and he will get it back at some point in his old age. Yeah. What if that child becomes the only one who can now take care of him in old age? What if he needs the mother's help someday? Shaking my head. As regards OC and Lala, I was surprised too, but then again, my own best friend Sev didn't come to my wedding, so meh. I guess they'll be fine.
Last.
Lawal says, does Wizzy have a fatherly example to emulate? There are many people without fathers in their lives who are good fathers themselves.
Tonya from Magodo says, good morning all. Sad to hear about the issues with Wizkid. He appears like such a nice dude from afar. Folu, I do not agree that anyone can be a terrible husband or boyfriend, but the line should be drawn at father. One should aim to be the best everything you are.
I guess so. I'm just pointing out, or in my opinion, let me be honest with you, I just really think that if there's something that you're not going to suck at in this life, is if you've taken that responsibility and brought a child into this world, please do your absolute best for that. You should be best all around at everything, but we're human, right? But focus everything on your children, please. If you have children, do that for them. Anyways, more stories coming your way. Speaking of children, Kirk Franklin is reunited and made peace with his biological father, who gave him up for adoption.
Nice.
Oh, guys, it's a sweet image there.
Yes, it is.
Them kissing the man's forehead. He was given up for adoption as a baby, some of you may not know, but to his aunt Gertrude after he was abandoned by his parents, and he had admitted that he'd always held a little resentment for them, but all that changed after he received a phone call, narrated a lengthy post on his Instagram basically, and talked about his ailing father, learning forgiveness.
Yeah, forgiveness is good. It's good for the soul. And like he said in his post, his lengthy post, you can't preach forgiveness to other people and then also now hold unforgiveness in your own heart. And this guy's, been given 3 to 6 months to live. And as much as he did not want anything to do with the man before, he just realized, look, you're not going to get another chance. And I think that's what everybody should take from it. It's best to do what you can do today, because what it's for whoever it is, and you've gone off, and that's going to be with you forever. Ask anyone who's fought with somebody before the person passed on. No matter what the person did, they'll still be feeling some sort of way after the person goes. So yeah, this is a good one.
I mean, I like the fact that this is, because when I look at Kirk Franklin, it comes off as very religious. Well, I like shows that this is a human as well. This is just a regular guy as well who can be mad at something and also express power of forgiveness. I'm happy for them.
Excellent. Some people that are not happy, the Weeknd and Daft Punk, because they've been slammed with a $5 million lawsuit for alleged Starboy song theft. No, it wasn't Wizkid that sued them. Just listen. The Weeknd and his producers, Daft Punk, have been slammed with that amount of money for allegedly stealing the song. You see, according to TMZ, the aggrieved is an up-and-coming singer named Yasmina, who claims that the Weeknd and his producers stole the blueprint of her song Who You, which was used for the fan favorite song Starboy. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Yasmina claimed that the similarities between her song Who You, which she co-wrote in 2009, and Starboy, released in 2016, were uncanny. The songs share the same hook as well as a similar tempo. If you don't believe me, just listen to this. Here it is, Who You, that apparently was stolen by The Weeknd and Daft Punk.
Volume. YouTube can hear. Volume.
Remember those nights when we laid awake on the floor with no bed and no blanket.
Studio.
Shivering from the cold, but you kept me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and we all thought it would be Wizzy Baba that will sue him.
For the
But
name, right?
alas, you see what goes around comes around. In this situation, you know, he went and tried to trademark. I don't even know if he achieved the trademark, the name Starboy, so that Wizzy won't be able to use it. in
Weezy
the
has
state.
pop-up, so
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure
But
he-
anyway, you see how life happens. Somebody else was actually stolen from me. I don't know what all this stealing is. I think people need to do their research into songs that are given to them. This is becoming a recurrent theme that needs to stop. You can't be taking people's creative juices and just going to go and make money with it and not think they will keep quiet. She's upcoming. Now you have made her popular. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Mr. Weeknd
No,
guy.
well, we're waiting for him to make her richer, actually. Now, this just, I'm bringing it back home here. You see, here, you listen to, when the DJ is playing, a lot of Nigerian songs are actually sounding the same. Nobody's really pulling up. Sometimes when they pull up, they say, oh, you stole my song. After a while, nobody, talks about it anymore. But the truth is, I like this system. This is where property rights, or what's the word?
Intellectual
Intellectual
property.
property is actually taken very, very seriously.
Yeah.
But maybe to take another 50 years before it starts,
I don't think it will.
No, I don't think it's like that. I think we're almost there.
well,
Like something else, it didn't take long. Justin Bieber married Hailey Baldwin.
And nobody knew.
Done. Alec Baldwin said, yeah, I think they went up and got married. I didn't know what the deal is, but it just happened. No, he's applying for citizenship. And that's all the time we've got for the entertainment stories this morning. We are out of time for the Grapevine. Guys, what did you think of all the stories and the music this morning?
I think it's
Major
been
was
fun
heavy.
times. It's a good, nice, rainy morning. All the babies that were, so yeah, we should
They've
go
gone to
on
school.
just at us. When the babies are being born, we will nicely take the
Take
credit for that.
responsibility.
Yeah.
So have grape and
I
vine.
won't.
No. Okay, guys, do you want to plug out? We're done.
Okay, so I'm as always MYST_SINGS on Instagram and Twitter. Holla at your girl, okay?
James Silas, Jam Zone. Peace.
Folu and I are still here till 10 actually.
Yes, and we are going to be opening up the phone lines for Lagos Talks 91. It will be an interesting conversation, so stay with us.
On the Smooth Breakfast Show.